jab, uppercut, leave you laid out on the floor. Try to duck and roll, hit and miss, now you counting stars. Should've practiced more, should've hit the mask, get out there more. Claim that you're the best. You gotta show me, son. Actions over words, baby boy. Is you real or what? Talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back sports, talking way too much, world come. Back
WCS back on deck again. Salute to everyone that's in the building. What's good? Big shout out to the ones that's on deck, man. This is gonna be another one. As always, I have multiple topics to talk about. Man, boxing is what it is. And if you saw the thumbnail, you know it's a lot going on with David Nevins leaving Paramount. 12-year run. You know what I'm saying? The dude was just promoted, not too long ago. Who knows why did it go the way it did for this guy? But he decided to quit. You know what I'm saying? He was promoted just a year ago to chief content officer. Could it be that he understands and sees the big storm that's already there, the cloud canopy that's developing? You know what I'm saying? Do he see something we don't see from the outside looking in? Maybe so. Is it competition coming up? You know what I'm saying? That he has to compete with? I don't know. I don't get that feeling. Real talk. I don't get that feeling too much. That's the case. But I do want to speak on some priorities. I'm trying to prioritize the bullets. In light of what's going on, it only highlight the fact that the network has issues over there, and that network is attached to PBC, which further exemplifies why we can't get this fight. Of all the thunder and lightning over there, they still do not want to understand that there's issues. You know what I'm saying? There's huge, heavy issues that need to be resolved. Someone needs to pick them up and do the heavy lifting and take them to the table so everybody can sit down and sort this out. But that doesn't seem like it's going to be the case. We have all these people talking about, well, Stephen Espinosa said that the day isn't this and the day isn't that. You know what I'm saying? The date is still going on. Listen to me. What's going on, Toby? How you feel, bro? Listen to me. This situation that's going on is one of many. This is not just the only situation. For David Nevins to step away from a grand, I know he was being paid well over there. For him to step away from a premier network such as this, to step away from Paramount, you know what I'm saying? When he was pretty much running the show enough to the point where he had say so. You know what I'm saying? His word was born. Like he was a decision maker over there. He was creator over there. He was the one that you go into the meetings and a lot of times he's going to be the one talking. You know what I'm saying? He was that guy. If not, he wouldn't have been promoted. But in light of all this, it further validates what the problem is. You know what I'm saying? Where's the vortex at? Where's it turning the most? Where's the core to this? The core to this problem that we can't get to fight. Where's the core? It's been giving you all the telltale signs, and you just don't want to pay attention, bro. You just don't want to pay attention. But we're gonna get back to it, man. Listen, I wanted to highlight some other collective. You know what I'm saying? I wanted to highlight some other collective topics that I want to discuss before I get too knee deep into the Showtime venture, into the Paramount venture, because we don't know the future. You know what I'm saying? We don't know the future of how this network is going to be playing out. You know what I'm saying? With HBO return, we don't know. I just thought it would be good to put it on the thumbnail. You know what I'm saying? I liked HBO back in the day. I liked the commentators on there. Jim Lampley was a little bit over the top with his exaggeration. But, I like the Roy Jones that was on there, George Foreman. It was plenty of people that was on HBO that I liked. You know what I'm saying? But if you're looking at the thumbnail, it tells a story about boxing, bro. Boxing is absolutely the hurt business, man. Inside that ring and outside the ring. It's just so many things that's deceptive, bro. It's just too much. To be a hitter in this sport, to be considered a role player, a shaker mover, you really have to have more than thick skin, man. You have to have a different type of security, mental security about yourself, to the fact you don't let this game consume you and overwhelm you. You have to be different. And if you soft a little bit, if you're not cut out for the job initially when you get in there, you will develop. You will somehow, some way acclimate enough to undertake and learn these skills and get better at what you do. You will learn how to be cutthroat. Seriously, you'll come in there, morals and principles. This is what we learn and this is what we teach. You'll come in there with that mentality initially. But that is going to change because you're going to continue to have people do you dirty. And then you're going to learn from that. And then you're gonna do a little bit better the next time the situation presents itself. And you're gonna improve from there. And then you're gonna find out somebody else that's supposed to be working on your team, but they was trying to do you dirty, but it didn't go down the way they believe enough to the point where they cause you harm and they hinder you from carrying on your job. So you learn, you get stronger, stronger, stronger. And then before you know it, you're the one doing the cutthroating to somebody else that was in your position, that's in your position. You know what I'm saying? That's how this game works, bro. It is so deceptive, man. That's why I had to go back in time. You know what I'm saying? I had to do my storytelling. I had to put the beautiful in front of the ugly. I had to put the beauty in front of the ugly, dog, because it's deception. All this shit is filled with deception, bro. It's filled with deception. You know what I'm saying? I know y'all pretty much was there when the video came out with Adrian Broner and that situation. And then shout out to Coach on Deck, man. This is somewhat of a live too that pertains to one coach did. Like I said before, I was up here. I recently lost my sister, right? So I was just up here. I had my hand resting on my face. I was like, shit. I was just thinking because I was, going through some information I just received back from the detectives, and I was just thinking about my sister and all that, right? But I was looking at this live, right? That coach did. Bad news. Adrian Broner confirms no Spence Crawford guarantee. Listen. I was thinking, I was just zoned out just a little bit, and I was just listening to the live with headphones on and shit. And man, I swear to you, my God, dog. This dude is ruthless, man. man, man, I swear to you, man. I was listening to that shit. I couldn't stop laughing, man. It took me out of the zone because I was like, damn, just when you think that the YTC has seen enough verbal wars, you have somebody else that come up here with a Gatling gun. You know what I'm saying? He come up here with a Gatling gun, coach. I was like, God damn. You have to be able to be considered when you go to battle with people on this YTC shit. You have to be able to tell a story. And stories in this day and time deals with videos and how you put that videography together. Within the videography, you try to pretty much understand and paint this picture of a story that's complete. And you can add your own little twist in it. And man, God damn it, man. That shit that he was firing off, man, that shit was a motherfucking hilarious, dog. I ain't gonna lie. That shit woke me up. That shit woke me up, dog. I was like, damn, this dude is a freaking serial. This dude is a serial dog. Man, I don't know where them Wakanda dudes at, man, but god damn, dog. Man, let me go back to the audio of what Coach was talking about, man. I swear to God, man, this is just a massacre, bro. Especially at the end. This shit was just a massacre, man. Let's listen to something right quick. And shout out to Boxing Conversation, Reggie Owens. Salute to you, brother. Can y'all hear the audio? Can y'all hear the audio from the video? Just let me know. A Y or N, Hey, can y'all hear this audio from Coach Video? Can y'all hear the audio? Can y'all hear the audio? Just let me know right quick. Because I got a different setup. You just want to know. Okay, cool. I appreciate it. All right, cool. That's what's up. Appreciate you letting me know that.
Yeah, you got a promotion of comedy. You don't need to be asking, look at the book. Just take whatever we give you, and so they in a negotiation. They just believe what Al Heyman tells you to do. Y'all some fools, and this is why you niggas is broke right now.
Yeah, niggas like me good, but it's a lot of motherfuckers.
Can you hear me now?
Oh yeah, hell yeah. Well, I guess I gotta be like everybody else and saying Al Heyman. I can quit my job now, baby. 6 figures, baby. You feel me?
Let me know y'all can hear my audio.
There's a lot of people messed up behind what's going on.
Damn, how the hell? It was a whole bunch of big fights we was about to get too, man.
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
Trying to put everything on pay-per-view.
Hey, you still owe your baby mama them $50 you borrowed from her.
Man, this dude is ruthless, man. This dude is, man, for real. This shit is crazy, man.
Man, I'm about to fight my motherfucking assistant. They gonna put it on pay-per-view.
Adrian, man.
I'm gonna get that nigga $1,500 and a gift card to Walgreens.
Smoke that, Nick sad. You better sign up, contract.
They want a nigga to train like he fighting next week. It ain't a date in sight, bro.
I got shooters, homie. I'ma pull up. Nigga, use a bitch. You got dudes who are begging their subscribers for money.
Now this right here, bro, because everybody know Willie the Munchkin, man. I did some shit on this because this dude is so disrespectful, right? But this right here, god damn, the way it was clipped up, man, it made him look more pitiful than he did when he initially jumped on that motherfucker, dog. It just like when you're able to tell a story and break shit up, man. Oh, it makes you not even want to. You shouldn't even come back on this motherfucker for at least about 6 months. You should suspend yourself. If somebody clips something together like this, bro, and while you on there begging, and he's pretty much said you're begging for your subscribers, man, this shit is goddamn heart stopping, man. You start to laugh so motherfucking hard.
Shout out to the almighty LDBC.
When you try to tell Terrence Crawford that, oh, look here, man, you don't need to be asking to look at the books. Yeah, you got a promotion to come in. You don't need to be asking to look at the books. Just take whatever we give you. And so they in a negotiation. They just believe what Al Heyman tells you to do. Y'all some fools. And this is why you niggas is broke right now.
I got all the way down here after paying all of our bills and shit because I wasn't thinking. Because I'm expecting some money to come in by Friday.
You got dudes who are begging their subscribers for money.
I just want to explain to y'all what's going on. I got down here because I wouldn't ask nobody to do shit for me.
So that he can send, so he can.
Dude, I'm not gonna lie to you, man. It's not too many things that make my stomach hurt. When I was looking at this shit, man, and look at the revisit this Willie the Munchkin sitting up there begging, and the way Coach put the shit together to tell the story about, and then broke it up into segments like that, man. Oh man, that shit was hilarious, bro. That shit was, oh my god. The blade is sharp as a motherfucker, dog.
Send the money. Yeah, hit the cash out, man. I need y'all to send me some money, man. I'm usually not that irresponsible, dog.
I feel helpless because there really wasn't nothing I could do, and I'm usually not that irresponsible. Well, actually, usually too, I'm usually never that irresponsible. I'm usually always dotting my I's and crossing T's and making sure all my bases are covered before I leave the house to make sure she's okay. But,
man, that portion right there, man, for any man, not even talking about black man, but for any man to ever expose yourself on social media when you are saying that you have a family and you made them, oh my god, you shouldn't, bro. This is out here for life. This is a bleed out moment, bro. This is a bleed out moment. Was Willie the Munchkin? He must have been in dire straits to come on here and have somebody already goddamn just poking at his jugular already. Nigga already bleeding up on the wall. Coach just twist that again. Let me cut you over here. Shank. The shit was just all over the wall, just spraying. You know what I'm saying? The motherfuckers, the whole damn interior is ready for Halloween.
But in this case, I just went ahead and paid because I knew that money was going to be here Friday.
Hey, you still owe your baby mama them $50 you borrowed from her.
Plead the fifth. Plead the fifth. 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth. Anytime you say fifth, go ahead and ask me a question.
You want half on the Nick sack.
And I just didn't have it because I just went and spent all my money on paying bills before I came to Georgia.
Yeah, man. You know what happened was I had some rent money, right? And my brothers with the Alphabet Boy community, they had a convention, they had a meet and greet in Dallas, Texas, and so I spent my rent money. I spent our rent money and light bill money to go to the meet and greet so that I can meet my leader, Jabba the Hutt.
God damn.
As y'all can see, I'm in a hotel right now. I'm in a hotel in Atlanta now.
I'm usually not that irresponsible, man. But look here, man, I'm in a bind, dog. He they so goddamn revolutionary.
Yeah, I'm staying in a hotel right now in Atlanta right now. And
when I met Jabba the Hutt, I was so happy. Oh man, Jabba the Hutt got so many pictures together. I was eating chicken wings, hot dogs, and
Oh my
bean
God.
sandwiches. I had a whole head cheese sandwich, 2 dogs. We had a good old time. So let me get this straight. You went to Dallas to meet some YouTubers?
and I just didn't have it because I just went and spent all my money on paying bills before I came to Georgia.
Yeah, and I pay my membership fees every month, dog. So when I went back home, and my wife was like, "Okay, baby, did you pay the rent?" I had to tell my wife, "No, baby, I ain't pay the rent." "What you mean you ain't pay the rent?" I had to send my membership fees in to the leader, and after I sent it to the leader, Jabba the Hutt.
I got all the way down here after paying all of my bills and shit because I wasn't thinking. Because I'm expecting some money to come in by Friday.
And after I sent the membership fees to Jabba the Hutt, then I had to pay to go to Dallas and all that stuff there. Nigga, we finna get evicted. We got kids. Don't worry about it, baby. I'm finna get on YouTube and ask my subscribers to hit the cash out, and I'll be able to send that rent money so we don't get evicted. True.
Hell yeah.
Oh my God, dog. Man, listen. Man, y'all Wakandans out there, bro. Listen, y'all need to send in your freaking papers. You need to put yourself on house arrest. For real. Put yourself on probation. And better yet, just walk up to the jail and with your hands out and say, "Hey, I'm here. I'm giving myself a goddamn at least about a 5-year sentence." By that time, social media would have been changed over a little bit. Just go up there and lock yourself up, man, because you don't need to be out here for that shit. Showtime. What's going on, bro? You don't need to be out here trying to deal with that type of incendiary type warfare going on, man. No, you don't need that shit, bro. God damn. Man, that shit had me laughing, man. That shit was just too brutal. Real talk. That shit was just too brutal, man. Toby say begging online for the family. Hey, look, this is like a multi-topic, man. This is still on boxing shit, but this is a part of boxing, man. It was just insane because it had, it had something to do with boxing. You know what I'm saying? It has something to do with the situation that's going on over there, why we can't get this fight made. And he made a good point about, them, our people sitting up here just saying, go sign, go sign, go sign. You know what I'm saying? You keep on hearing them say, just go sign, man. Go sign what? You just want somebody to sign their life away? I mean, that's what we try to prevent in our daily lives as we grow into adults. If we have some type of occupation or we doing business or whatever the case may be, you don't want to put yourself in a position where you have to go through a phase of recovery. That recovery is because you made an ill-advised decision and you got locked into something that you're hating right now. You know what I'm saying? So you got to go through a recovery period and attempt to negotiate your way out of there. And with that negotiation, it's going to cost you. It's going to cost you. And that's a lot that's going on with what we hearing for people saying, "Bud, go over there and just sign that motherfucker. Go sign. We don't care what it is. Just go sign it, man. Just sign whatever it is. Just sign the motherfucking contract." I never heard a bunch of dumb people talk and get together like this, bro. I know, man. I know. He said Coach called 78 Jabba the Hutt. I was like, God damn. You know how long it's been since I heard Jabba the Hutt, man? That shit was hilarious, dog. Damn. Boxing YouTube is the hurt business, too. Fuck around with the small channels and get your feelings hurt. I'm telling you, man. Not every piece of warfare on social media is shit that you want to listen to over and over again. You know what I'm saying? Like the shit the Big Blunts did. You can look at that video over and over again. Shit that was done right away. You know what I'm saying? And then Coach, man, you know what I'm saying? Coach is the first channel I ever became a member of. Real talk. That's the first channel I ever came a member of. Man, because the shit he be doing on that motherfucker, dog. Man, that shit was motherfucking hilarious. Highlighting shit that we know that's going on. A lot of us know what he was talking about. A lot of us know what the Wakanda nigga. We know that. We know exactly who them individuals are, all that shit. You know what I'm saying? We know it. I just want to highlight that a bit because you know how it goes, man. It gets a little funny when he start calling the Wakanda niggas out, man. And people start getting in the feeling, who he talking about? Who he talking about? Ask me. I'll tell you. I'll tell you as much as I can tell you, bro. But man, shout out to Coach for goddamn another motherfucking barbecue session, dog. The coals are never motherfucking cold. But let's get back to this situation, right? I wanted to highlight some information, kind of get y'all opinion on some tweets that was put out. Because we heard Adrian Broner said we're going to end up fighting on Twitter, man. I'm telling you, AB, man. AB said he was good, but not so much for some other people that's in that situation over there at PBC Showtime. So I'm glad to hear, Adrian Broner saying he good. I'm glad. Real talk. I'm glad to hear he good because, every now and then Adrian Broner, get out there on your ass. You know what I'm saying? He'll come in there with the spears and shit, dog. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes with the chainsaws, he'll switch that shit up. But he come in there to draw blood. But he said he was good in this situation, which to me, that's awesome. But let's get to some other tweets that's been making his rounds. You know what I'm saying? Some tweets that was sent out by the one and only Rick Glaser. I want to get y'all opinion on it. Rick Glaser knows a fight is coming up. Now, the reason why I bring up Rick Glaser because me and him communicate periodically, all right? And he make his rounds on the YTC. But when I initially considered bringing him on the channel, it was so many people saying that he was racist and all that. And I had known who Rick Glaser was, and I knew he was married to and all that. And me, I had to ask questions. I say, so what brings you to this conclusion that he's racist and all this shit? No evidence can ever be brought. So today, I was reading Twitter, so I said, okay, let me highlight some of the tweets that Rick put out and get your opinion. Rick Glaser said, Wilder Helenius fight Saturday night will be very interesting as well to see how much Deontay Wilder has left of himself after those two beatdowns. An eventual KO at the hands of Tyson Fury, resulting in the last fight Wilder being face planted. We'll see where Wilder's at. Now look, you can hear the energy in Rick Glaser and what he's saying. You can feel it, you can hear it. Dude, he obviously feels some type of way about Deontay Wilder. When somebody put a tweet out like that and they emphasize, underscore, you know what I'm saying, transparent parentheses and all this shit, really? He said 2 beatdowns and eventual KO at the hands of Tyson Fury, resulting in the last fight Wilder being face planted. Man, Rick Glaser was spewing venom. Real talk. Look, this is not something for WCS to get on here and try to advocate, and try to act like it's something I should be calling racist. It's not. It's just him opinion of one fighter. You know what I'm saying? I fuck with Deontay Wilder, but I don't get all upset and angry because somebody feels some type of way about a certain fighter. You know what I'm saying? Especially when we come to, Bud Crawford, Errol Spence. People going to feel the way they feel. But obviously, Rick Glaser feels some type of way, about Wilder, man. Look at this next one. Because they'll say that was racist, but then he turns around. This is tweets that's coming out regular, right? He said, many in the boxing business now calling Eddie Hearn the undisputed biggest hypocrite in boxing. Having taken the title with Conor Benn, he hashtag Conor Benn, hashtag ped, fiasco from the former undisputed hypocrite champ, Lou DiBella. He's going in on his nemesis. He's going in on his nemesis. So when people read this, in the Facebook group, they busy want to say, oh, he racist, this and that. That narrative was pushed by somebody else. That shit took flight from somebody else. He's going in on Eddie Hearns and telling him he's a hypocrite. He's going at Lou DiBella, which them two definitely have animus between one another. Real deal, animus. Let's go to the next tweet. He said, asked by several, why doesn't Al Heyman bring Spence Crawford to Saudi Arabia or another Middle East country? First, two Americans fighting each other won't draw there. And international sports brokers won't deal with Heyman as he has a bad reputation of backdooring brokers. He said Al Heyman has a bad reputation of backdooring brokers. So hopefully that kind of cleared up for why this ain't going down in the sand, why this ain't going to purse bid, and why this ain't going anywhere. You know what I'm saying? It ain't going nowhere. This shit ain't going nowhere. Rick Glaser came out here like the rifleman. He was firing off like the rifleman, y'all. So I just want to know what y'all think about the tweets that I read off, because I still have one more now. Key Mitch on deck. What's good? Hell yeah, that's the only channel I'm membered up at. Haney versus Kambosos press conference live right now. I'm gonna be right back. All right, for sure. And I would pay attention to Haney and Kambosos press conference, but you know what? It's not gonna be better than the first one, because Kambosos was talking all that shit. It's not gonna be better than the first one. I just really at this time I want to see what's popping off the day after tomorrow. That's it. You know, Kambosos has been very quiet and ain't shit he can say. I'm gonna whoop your ass, damn it. Okay, let's see it, bro. Let's see it. That's all. Okay, ain't shit. Mitch said, come back with her. What up with it, Mitch? Okay, ain't shit going on over there. I'm back in this bed. Hey, I told you, man, that press conference is not going to be as live as the first, bro. Shout out Rick. He's a good dude and very active on Twitter. Yeah, man. Mitch don't think so. Man, hey, I got respect for Rick Glaser, bro. Hello, Rick, stay shitting on Al Heyman. Yeah, for sure, man. It's a war, dog. It's a war. It's always going to be a war. But let me go to this last one right here. It said, get asked regularly as I'm an International Boxing Hall of Fame elector. Is Deontay Wilder Hall of Famer? Presently, Wilder does not have a Hall of Fame resume, but maybe he can garner some quality wins going forward. But thanks to Wilder, Tyson Fury would be a first ballot Hall of Famer. Love those trilogies. Look, I disagree with Rick on this one. I believe Deontay Wilder is a Hall of Famer. Boxing in the heavyweight division, especially in this recent era, you can only fight who's in the era if it's allowable, if it's accessible to you. Reason being, we're seeing this shit play out with Crawford and Spence, but don't act like Deontay haven't fought big names that was in the heavyweight division. Those was names in the heavyweight divisions. Tyson Fury is not going to the Hall of Fame for freaking his fight with Vladimir Klitschko and then having the belts, you know what happened. Stripped. And then went off years and did what he had to do and then come back. I already gave you the 4 names that he fought with Wilder in the middle. He's not going to the Hall of Fame for Sefer Seferi and Francisco Pianetta. No. Tom Schwartz. No. Otto Wallin. No, he's not going to the Hall of Fame for that. You know what I'm saying? Just like I say, he was rewarded off the back of someone who has been mentioned as not having a Hall of Fame resume. Sure he is. He's going to the Hall. Sure he is. Come on, Rick. He going to the Hall of Fame. Come on, baby. He going to the Hall of Fame, bro. He's going to the Hall of Fame. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. You know what I'm saying? But I can understand Rick, man. He stay consistent with going in on Wilder. That shit ain't gonna change no time soon. But let's think about it. If you're basically able to achieve something that's not an average, you know what I'm saying? It's not an average across the board, especially in the class for which you're competing in. It's not an average. Then therefore, guess what? If you're doing something special, you're gonna get the reward for being special. Not slow special, but achieving special, accomplishment special. You know what I'm saying? Rewarding special, medal special, championship special. You know what I'm saying? You a highlight reel, you're gonna get rewarded for that shit, dog. You're gonna get rewarded for it. Period. It's gonna be some time and day that Adrian Broner gets into the Hall of Fame. I don't know where I'll be, but someday he's gonna be in the Hall of Fame. You have to understand that there's some people in the Hall of Fame that never threw a punch in a competitive professional fight. You know what I'm saying? You got to get a certain amount of votes. Real talk. I'm just being honest with that. You got to get a certain amount of votes. So it's not a big deal. But hey, looking at it, that's where I'm at with it. Okay? So let's get to something I want to bring back up too. Right? I wanted to speak about, the pressers that's been going on. Primarily, let's start with Caleb Plant and Anthony Dirrell. If you saw the PBC press conference, the final press conference today, the main event didn't have any spark to it. Deontay Wilder and Robert Helenius, because I guess it's mutual respect there. And Wilder's not gonna come in there and dog somebody out that he's invited to his crib, and they have a mutual respect behind the scene. Even to play the role as the villain, he wasn't willing to do that. They keep him professional. But the co-main event with Caleb Plant and Anthony Dirrell, that's a bit different. That's a bit different, y'all. Seriously. That right there is different. Man, Anthony Dirrell was calling Caleb Plant, saying, he fought bombs. Man, he was motherfucking being disrespectful, calling him a bitch. Man, he was going in, but Caleb Plant must have learned something from Canelo, bro. He must have learned something. I don't know if they did that shit for the build-up, to hype it up a little bit, but Caleb Plant was much more composed, and his responses to Anthony Dirrell, he said, look at him, he's so mad. Look at him, he's mad. He's pretty much saying, you mad now? How are you going to keep your composure when you need it inside the square, when we actually in a fight? How are you going to maintain that? What you going to do? Are you going to start giving me the Galata treatment? You're going to start hitting me with low blows? What are you going to do? You're going to start breaking down? You know what I'm saying? You're going to start crying in the ring? What are you going to do? And then Caleb Plant hit Dirrell with, because he kept saying he fought them with bombs and all that. He said, well, are you a bum? Are you a bum? You know what I'm saying? Like, damn, that's a clear, concise, question. Are you a bum? But it went down the way it did. That was the only spark that presser had, which was the co-main event. And for the women, it's been playing out lately where they keep on facing these women off, right? Now, I've seen enough of them facing off. I don't need to see it no more. I don't know why they're facing them off over and over again, and it's contentiousness between these two. It's venom between these two women. But Alicia Baumgartner and Michaela Mayer keep on facing off. For whatever reason, I don't know. But doing those face-off, Baumgartner, she have the widest smile on her face. And I was sitting up there looking, and I was like, I couldn't, for real. I was saying to myself, but why are you smiling so much? Like, this is a very tough fight for you. Unless she's very, very extremely confident that she's going to go in there and get the job done. She's going to get the win. But I couldn't process it either. So finally Mayer asks, what the fuck are you smiling? What is all that for? You about to be in a fight. What's going on with you? You okay? She literally started to give Baumgartner a counseling session. Like, what's going on? Why are you smiling like that? What's so funny? You know what I'm saying? And I heard Baumgartner say, don't make it racist or whatever. Listen, that can't happen with Michaela Mayer, because from my understanding, she was dating the brother anyway. I don't get in people's personal business, but I'm just saying. You look on Google, it'll tell you what you need to know. Seriously, so you can't insert the racist, whatever the name calling was. It was racist or whatever. But Baumgartner was smiling a bit much for me. This is a serious fight. I don't know. Some people, when they get angry, they smile. Seriously. I thought that may be something, what I'm saying? She's a little bit nervous. When people get nervous, they may smile. Angry, you might get that expression. I was trying to figure out which one it was with a Baumgartner. But when Mayer said that, it gave me the Anthony Joshua Jarrell Miller vibe a little bit. Like she looked for somebody to hold her belt, like she was gonna throw hands. I was like, girl, you're not gonna put no hands on your opponent. You're not gonna mess up the fight. You know what I'm saying? You're not gonna mess up. Women's boxing need 2 fights like this, 2 championship fights on the card like this. You know what I'm saying? And people looking to tune in to see y'all. People gonna tune in because you got white, black, you know what I'm saying, and both the co-main and the main. I'm just saying, man, that's what boxing has always been. That's what it's gonna be. But you have to look at it like, finally, Mayer was like, what are you smiling at? She checked her ass. You know what I'm saying? She checked Baumgartner. What the fuck you smiling at, shawty? You know what I'm saying? Get tighten up. She be like, tighten up. But what the fuck wrong with you? Tighten up, goddammit. Darrell don't want Caleb to outbox him. He want Caleb to stay still so he can get his shit off. Yeah, he said, you're going to be running. Look, they say the same thing about Devin. Devin went in there, and I didn't think he ran. I didn't think Caleb Plant ran against Canelo. It's called boxing. And look, we have to understand how the story goes, right? This is boxing. If you go to a gym and everything, if you started off and you know people who you came up with in boxing, they had to learn the fundamentals. They didn't come in there winging and swinging like Jessica McCaskill, Ricardo Mayorga. They just didn't come in there and swinging for the fences. And their coaches and trainers be like, hey, you don't need to change anything. Your shit is superb. Your skill set is unlike anybody else's. Stay doing what you're doing. You're going to go far. All right, Tiger? All right. That's not the way it works, bro. It's boxing. So sometimes you see these boxers box too well. People don't like it. They want to complain. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to call, oh, man, I don't like that shit. It's boring. It's never going to change, man. Mitch say, plan about the style on the rail for 7 rounds straight. After that, it'd be more competitive. If the rail still has gas in the tank after getting outboxed for 7 straight. I think Caleb gonna, take Anthony Darrell to Boogie Nights. Seriously. The goddamn disco ball is about to be goddamn turning, and them shit's gonna be glittering off that damn rain. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna take me back to the skating ring days. I think Caleb Plant just gonna be skating around Anthony Darrell, and he's really gonna give him a freaking lesson. I think he's gonna give him a lesson, bro. It don't matter all the bitches and all that he called him. He's gonna give him a lesson. That's what I think. Baumgartner called her a horse face. A horse face bitch. Laughed my ass off. Mayer said, don't get racist. Oh, okay. Mayer said don't get racist. Okay. So check this out. Thanks for clarifying that on Blunts and Boxing. Now, I don't see how she can get any type of, racism out of that. Horse face. I mean, not all horses are white. Let's get that straight. And then most people don't consider, every horse to be unattractive. Like, horses are beautiful in their own way. I'm just trying to clean this up, right? But when it comes to the insults, and she called her horse face, and she add bitch, that don't have anything to do with color. That's description. That's description. That's title. That's all. Hold on for a second, y'all. You know, I give her A+ on, saying horse face. I mean, that's just funny, dog. Still, not too many press conference level up to the name calling and the energy of Tony Harris and Jermell Charlo. I'm just saying. This all women card is tough. I got the GOAT beating the fire out of Marshall Gill and Mayer beating Baumgartner. I kind of have my prediction the same way. Definitely Carissa Shields putting on a show against Savannah Marshall. I think she's a bit slow for Carissa, even though she might be chasing her around the ring to land that one shot. But she has to understand defense is a key part in boxing. And then with Mayer and Baumgartner, hey, I think she's the all-around better boxer than Baumgartner. She's going to have to show that that's not the case. That's not true at all. I'm not doubting Baumgartner, but I just see Mayer as the better skillful fighter. You know what I'm saying? I just, with the height and everything, I believe she would use it well against Baumgartner. That's not to say Baumgartner can't use the power that she has, but, I mean, that was against Terry Harper. I don't know, man. It's women boxing. That was against Terry Harper, man. I'm happy for Baumgartner. Let's see how it plays out Saturday. That's all. Baumgartner's smiling because she looked good as fuck. That's what you do for the cameras. You also smile at a motherfucker who has no idea you about to beat the shit out of them. Listen, man. I'm going to be honest with you. Blunts and Box. I'm going to be honest with you, man. Everybody has their type. She is a very attractive woman. But also, I see Mikaela Mayer as being attractive, too. Seriously, seeing her in person, she's attractive, too. Just like Alicia Baumgartner, for real. Everybody has their type. You know what I'm saying? That's just me. You know what I'm saying? I think both of them attractive. I think both of them is equally attractive. Real talk. Real talk, bro. And I have my reasons for that, I have my reasons. Femininity to me is a lot. It means a lot. That's all. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't want to mess nothing up. What's going on, Pop? How you feel? Salute to you. He said Baumgartner versus Mayer is 50-50. I don't think so, man. I don't know. I don't think so. I think it's a little bit less than 50-50 in favor of Baumgartner. I mean, not Baumgartner, Mayer. You know what I'm saying? I favor her to get the job done. I hope Baumgartner wins. Wouldn't be surprised if she lost. Okay. I'm not hoping she lose. I'm just saying I think Mayer has a better chance of beating her with what I've seen in her fights. That's all. I'm not saying that she's just this world beater, like she has this power, like she got that Katie Taylor type intensity. No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that at all. But I just haven't, I don't know, man. I just haven't seen it from Baumgartner yet. I haven't seen it. I laughed my ass off. Yeah, they were mic'd up when the horse face comment was made. They put the video on Top Rank so you can hear what they said. I had to beam to my TV and turn it up so I could hear it clear. Yeah, I looked at the other one. I was reading lips. I didn't see the one they put on Top Rank just yet. But I heard something about racism and I thought it was the other way around. But appreciate the clarification though. Baumgartner versus Harper might be fooling y'all, like when Jamel Herring stopped Frampton. You're right, yeah, but two different fighters there. I don't know, man. I don't know if I can compare the Jamel Herring stoppage of Frampton to Baumgartner. I don't know about that, shawty. You know what I'm saying? Because who did Jamel Herring defeat for the championship? You know what I'm saying? I can't put that out there. Two different fights to me. People were actually giving Herring a chance versus Shakur. Shakur put all types of hands on him. I don't know who was giving him a chance. It might have been the people in the parking lot. But shout out to Jamel Herring. That's my comrade, man. No knock on him, man. Jamel cool people. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you're right. You're saying they both are attractive, but you also just said horses are beautiful in their own way. She do kind of got that horse look to her, but I feel though, I don't see that, man. Oh shit, I don't see it, man. I'm just saying, you know, I've been all around this globe, man. Neither one of them a bad looking female. Real talk. I'm just being honest. Like horse shit, man. Come on, bro. I don't see it. Now, dude, like I said before, I ain't trying to be mean about any one of these females. Real talk. The feminine is everything, even when it comes to the voices. And you know what I'm saying? When the females speak to you, their voices still sound like a woman, it's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? That's attractive to me because you could be, you know, attractive and have a certain this, that, and the other. But man, I've been around long enough to see through that shit. And then if your voice is a little deep and I'm like, why? You know, I don't want to be talking to me on the phone when I call you. Hey, hello? Hello? Oh, who is this? You know who it is. Stop playing. Oh, hey. I didn't know your voice sounded. Man, stop playing, man. I just got back from the gym. You good? Dog, I'm not trying to do that shit, dog. Nah, dog. Stop it, man. Stop it. Y'all turning this into something that it don't supposed to be, man. You know what I'm saying? Stop it. Stop it. I just think both of them got it, you know, going on in their own way. You know what I'm saying? You got certain farm hands, you know, horses, you know, you got the horses that tote and ride people around at the carnival. You got the horses that you goddamn meant for the track. And you got the horses that's meant to pull, them big ass Clydesdales and them other motherfucking, you know, you got the Mustangs out there, the wild ones that's untamed. I mean, hey, I don't know what she meant by horse face, man. I don't get that when I look at Michaela Mayer. I don't get that shit. But let's get to I wanna highlight something from somebody else's video. I want y'all to listen to this.
Franco hates. Listen to me. Listen to me. Listen to me.
This is BBS. This is his video the other day when he was sitting outside the house, Blue Blood.
Okay, listen. Jay Gadget, what's going on? Steven Espinosa didn't say it's not happening. Did y'all listen to the video? Jesse, y'all, what's going on?
So he's talking about Steven Espinosa didn't say the fight wasn't happening. But sometimes you have to read behind the line. I mean, behind the lines. Yeah, behind the lines, in between the motherfuckers, in front of them. You have to read it. You have to make your own interpretation, man. You don't need a dragamon for that. You don't need a motherfucking professional translator to tell you certain shit. Now, once again, Steven Espinosa, in light of what's going on, do we actually believe that this fight is taking place next month? Who in the chat believes the fight is taking place next month? Now, if I don't have everybody in the chat, you know what I'm saying? If everybody in the chat is not agreeing that the fight is going to happen next month, primarily what we just heard about David stepping down. Not only that, but there's absolutely been no promotion. There's been no promotion. And then you want to attempt to maximize the revenue. As I always say, you want to maximize it. Maximize is bringing the attention of the consumers to know that the fight is taking place. And those individuals that wants to show up to the fight, they can make plans ahead of time. Let's be honest. You're trying to give just a smidgen outside of a month. No. We can't do that. Yeah. You know, a smidgen outside of a month. For people to drop everything they're doing, make plans and reservation, lodging and all this shit, as if the fight is going to be right there next month in November on the 19th. So let's do the assuming. Isn't this a good time to assume? You can't go in this talking about it make an ass out of you and me. You got to go in there with the assumption that, man, let's use some common sense. I'm not even going to go out on a limb and say, you know what? if it does happen next month, man, I'm gonna come back on here and I'm just gonna apologize to him. No, that's not the case. Cause I look, I feel good in not explaining myself as if I would have been on here telling people that Steven Espinosa didn't say it wasn't happening. He didn't tell y'all what was going on in the inside either. That David was stepping down. I'm pretty sure on the inside, just like they know Conor Benn had popped already, I'm pretty sure they knew this dude was stepping down. They knew that shit. That wasn't anything that was over the top. That wasn't a secret. They knew what was going on. This wasn't anything that was planned like the bum rush of the Capitol. Even they got together and sit up there and talked and all this shit. So let's stop playing around, trying to use semantics and say, well, he didn't say it wasn't happening. Well, guess what? Have we heard anything? It's October 13th. Have we heard anything? Do you think, let's just say it's a 2-fight deal. Let's just say it's a 2-fight deal. Wouldn't you want to maximize both fights? To earn as much revenue as possible from the boxing consumers? Wouldn't you want to do that? Why would you want to sabotage the first fight? And then whatever the results are, you go into the second fight, and now we're going to overdo it. It's not going to work the same. Especially after people see what's going to happen to Spence. It's not going to work the same, man. Right, Mitch? After we see what happened to Spence, it's not going to work the same when you try to promote it heavy on the rematch. People are not going to be there. They say, man, there's no need for us to see this shit. That shit was a massacre, dog. This shit right here, nah, man. I don't care how much they promote it. I don't need to see it, man. We already see. This fight right here has been talked about so much that it needs to be a one-off. Because if you're not willing to build this up into a trilogy and put the time and effort into this fight, then just give it a one-off. Don't give us a freaking rematch and it takes you forever and a day to make the shit happen a second time. This shit needs to happen pronto. We need to hear this shit. We need to hear the goddamn announcement. This shit is happening pronto. Immediate. The fight is over. We have the results. When is the next fight gonna happen? That's what we need. That's what we need. We need this shit pronto. If not, just give it a one-off. Boom, we done. Winner takes all. Done. I'm not comparing the fights with Harper and Frampton, but those wins had people thinking different of Herring and Baumgartner. That's all. Okay. I think Herring was much more established than Baumgartner, though. I mean, did he fight Frampton for the title? Did Jamel Herring fight Frampton for the title? That's all I'm trying to say. Because if you're using Baumgartner in the place of Jamel Herring when she fought Terry Harper, did Jamel Herring get a title from Carl Frampton? Did he get a title? I'm just curious. I mean, what is the comparison? Hey man, I'm just saying. Some people's up there saying that Steven Espinosa didn't say no. We don't need for certain people to give us the answers, all because they're trying to play the political middleman. You know, they have a job. They have people that may be behind the scenes trying to work on this shit. So they don't want to put nothing out that's going to spread like wildfire. Espinosa would have said the fight not happening next month. It would have spread like wildfire, and then you would have saw 1,500 freaking thumbnails go up, and they would have been talking about, oh, the fight's not happening in 2022. Oh, my God. But see, we know deep down inside the fight's not happening because we've been around boxing enough to know they need to bring this shit up. I'm saying that shit need to take flight. You need to put this on a blimp. You need to get the plane in the air. You need to let the world know this fight is happening. You haven't seen any of that. You know what I'm seeing at the train station, on the trolleys, you know, electric bikes riding through the park, paper airplanes, you know what I'm saying, tweets. You know what I'm saying? They haven't put it on shoelaces yet. Seriously. You don't see it in your emails, in the spam folder. You don't see any of that about this fight. So that tells me it's getting zero promotion, except when somebody mentioned or asked a question. You know what I'm saying? They feel like they got somebody important in front of them. So Espinosa has to be that guy. And they want to ask him, oh, what do you think? I can see why Bomac, when I was in there, and I say, you mind doing the interview? He said, as long as you don't ask me nothing about Crawford. I understand why he said that. Because he's probably been asked 1,000 fucking times about this shit. And there's no answers that he can give that's going to be appeasing to the person asking him. Because he can't say the fight is already done and made, because that's not true. Crawford the same way. As long as you don't ask me about no dang fight. Because if it's out of his hand and they're in the process of still working on it, why try to sit up here and convince people otherwise? You know what I'm saying? Why come up here and say, oh, I'm trying to make the fight work? Why? Oh, for real? You trying to make the fight happen? Yeah. So what have you done to make the fight happen? I mean, what are we talking about? What are you trying to make work? How far have you gotten? On a scale of 1 to 100, what do you think the effort that you put in to make this fight happen? Do you consider it to be 65, 70%? And let's just say Crawford say, well, I think I put damn near 98% effort into trying to make this shit happen. Oh, for real? Oh, so since we talking about percentages, right? So is it true that you took 35%? I'm telling you, this shit is going to spiral out of fucking control, man. It's going to go ballistic. Once you get on the numbers, you know, a good interviewer going to say, oh, so is it true? You know, you're taking 35%? And that's, and I wouldn't say that. You know, that's not something I can tell you, you know, definitively that's what it is, right? Oh, okay, all right, right. Do you know when the date is? We've been hearing so many dates. So is it gonna be November 19th or what? I don't know. Like I said, you're still talking, you know, in negotiation. Okay, all right. So do you know around about if they're gonna give you the net on the back end? Do you know what that monetary amount would be? Do you know? If you do, can you let me know? Nah, I don't have that number right now. I don't have that number at all because we still talking. Oh, okay. All right. Can you tell us if this fight does happen? How many more fights do you have after this? Are you gonna move up to 154? Is it gonna be a rematch clause in there? Can you tell us? I'm telling you, if you even entertain anything about numbers, it's done. Would it be the trainer, the coach, or the fighter? It's over. You ask them about the numbers, they answer, it's a wrap. It's gonna keep on ballooning out of control. Pop, 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 pop. Spence versus Crawford is definitely closer than Tank versus Queen Cap. Now I think you know the only I think different. I think Gervonta Davis is and Ryan Garcia. They really, like I said they trying to make that fight, and it's probably gonna be Ryan Garcia. The only thing that's kind of finagling, you know, the date that was in December, because he has this court date coming up, and it's gonna be pretty much up to the judge on what plays out in that court in December. Real talk. Tank and Ryan are gonna fight a trilogy before we see Crawford and Spence. Okay, yeah. That may potentially go down like that. Real talk. It's look. It depends on how the first fight ends. Now I've told you several times when it comes to MMA, and when y'all dudes talk about, you know, combat sports in general, y'all need to stop talking about boxing and the UFC. The UFC is not the only organization that promotes mixed martial arts. Y'all need to get clarification on this shit, man. Educate yourselves. The UFC is not the only promotion, okay? As I was saying, when it comes to mixed martial arts and you have a champion that lose, majority of the time they allow that champion to revisit that same fighter who is now the champion to try to earn their belt back. But in boxing, not so much. Unless you're Lennox Lewis and Hakeem Rothman. Because the powers that be have to feel that, we need it again. Just give it to us again. We need it. You know what I'm saying? And not most of the time boxing averages the challenger that was knocked out to return for immediate rematch. You feel me? So if Ryan Garcia goes in there and gets stopped, right? Let's just say he gets stopped in shorter time than Rolly. Do you want to see a rematch? Okay, let's just say we're bored because all the other names are tied up. Not the bigger names, the other names are tied up. Lomachenko, you know what I'm saying? You got the names. You know, Shakur Stevenson, not sure who he's going to fight next. You know, the Keyshawn Davises. And then you have all the others. You got the JoJo Diaz is coming up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you have some other names. And then also, have they even said where Gervonta and Tank and Ryan's going to fight at? Is it going to be at 140 or 135? I'll be surprised, like I said, if it was at 140. Because that advantage will pretty much go to Ryan Garcia, in my opinion. Even though I don't see Ryan Garcia being bigger than Mario Barrios, because Tank has already fought Mario Barrios and stopped him. He was a much taller fighter. You know what I'm saying? So just because Ryan Garcia had fought a fight up there at 140, and he said, if Tank want to fight me, it's going to be at 140. I'm not going to sit up here and play dumb and say, well, you know, Gervonta Davis and Floyd will allow Ryan Garcia to just get this one. You know what I'm saying? They'll provide him a therapeutic exemption for this one time and let him choose the division for which this fight going to take place. I don't see that shit, bro. Hell no, I don't see that shit right there. If you have comprehension skills, Espinosa basically said November is out. And he has hopes for December, which is probably unlikely as well, possible, but unlikely. That's all I was saying, bro. You know, I didn't really want to go in the big C words, man, because you're talking about comprehensive, comprehension, comprehensibility, you know what I'm saying, competence, and all those words, right? And then people start to feel like you're trying to call them, you know, question how far they went in grade school. And that's not the case. It's just certain things, especially when it comes to boxing, the hocus pocus, you got to do away and understand the reality of the magic shit that goes on, the deception. You got to treat it like this, bro. Come on, you got to treat it like this. You have to treat the shit. I'm talking about the right-hand side. You can look at both of them because that shit happens too. I'm saying the right-hand side. Certain things look attractive because people want it to be attractive. But if you see what's behind the motherfucker, you already know, man, there's trouble. You don't need the, excuse me, ma'am. Damn, you sexy as hell. But I just want to see all those snakes that's behind you. I want to know who that person is. I'm very intrigued. You just slide to your left just a tad bit. I mean, I'm just trying to put eyes on it. No. But that shit happens in boxing, man. People always want to see what's behind. They're getting fair warning. That there's some shit that you don't want to fuck with. But they say, no. Oh, man. I gotta see who's that. What's going on? They gotta find an inner message. I know it has to be a secret somewhere. It looks all fucked up, but it ain't fucked up. These niggas like Jim Carrey and Dumb and Dumber. The bitch said 99% is no. Jim Carrey like, so you saying there's a chance? Okay, I'm digging that. You're right. You're right, dog. You know, you're right. It does give you that vibe, don't it? It does. So you're saying there's a chance. You're right, bro. Like, real talk. I got that vibe hearing him say, listen. He didn't say it wasn't going to happen. Bro, you don't have to believe shit that you see sometimes. Like, you don't have to believe shit that you hear, vice what you see. You know what I'm saying? Just because he didn't tell you and make it concise doesn't mean you can't read and make your own interpretation, bro. Tank December date was for Pitbull. So if his December date was for Pitbull, why would a different date bring on a different fighter? It's only a matter of 30 days. You know what I'm saying? If he's supposed to fight supposedly in January, why would they switch opponents? What's the purpose of that? If Isaac Cruz was coming in there, which it don't make sense. It doesn't make sense for him to so-called be the opponent in December, and then, he gonna switch it out for Ryan Garcia in January, just because Tank has to go to court. That doesn't make any sense, man. That doesn't make any sense to me. That doesn't make any sense to me. I'm just saying. But that's the way I look at it, man. Like, for y'all listeners out there, just hold yourself accountable too, man. You don't have to be told ABC. You know what I'm saying? If you have to skip over some shit for the interpretation aspect of it, cool. But at this stage in the game, you shouldn't have to be explained everything. You can just walk your own route and interpret shit the way, you know, you can even guess in some of this shit. You can guess because it's there. If you take all the other variables, and you're going to get the damn results that you're looking for if you take all the other variables and see if it's going to bring you to the results that you want. All right? If you have collected all the variables that's surrounding this topic, and you know damn well there's not enough time on the calendar to promote this fight, and you've heard everything that's going on with the promotion, who's holding it up, who ain't holding it up, you know what I'm saying? All the back and forth. You know, people saying Crawford ain't getting this, he ain't getting that. And then you heard Adrian Broner say, man, Crawford and Spence ain't getting no guarantee money. What does tell you? I shouldn't hear another Spencerholic channel. I shouldn't hear the aerosexuals jumping on here and continue to say, man, Crawford just holding up the fight, man. We knew it. Come on, man. We have people leaving, stepping down. That's in top positions. And it's Crawford's fault. You know what I'm saying? He's the problem. He the one can't make the fight happen. Come on, bro. Stop it. That shit don't make any sense, bro. But, man, hey, it is what it is. We'll be tuning into the fights. Real talk. We'll be tuning in regardless. And what I want for y'all to do is hit the like button on your way out the door. You know what I'm saying? And stay tuned to the channel. And, you know, shout out to Coach, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Coach. Go. Be sure to check out the New Media Today, USA Boxing. The video he did, Bad News, Adrian Broner confirms no Spence Crawford guarantee money. Showtime done with boxing? ? Hey, go check out the video, man. It's vicious. You know what I'm saying? It's vicious. I will play this shit back a little bit and be petty. Listen to certain people plea for help on this motherfucker. But I'm going to leave it alone, man. You know, y'all go check out the video for yourself, man. You know what I'm saying? Go over there, hit the like button. Until next time, turn up and tune in to World Combat Sports, man. I'm out.